Hey guys, welcome to the video. In this one, we're looking at a combination of the Ranger with a few rogue perks and skills. So essentially I've got the stealth, I've got the double jump, I've then also acquired the Barbarian extra health perk as well, just to make me extra tanky. And essentially I'm using all this to put myself up in high areas and catch people by surprise, and just start dealing some big damage with the crossbows. I think the crossbows are really used best for a surprise attack. I think that's kind of like the way that they work in their finest. That being said, it is a bit of a maybe less than honorable type of fighting. You know, it's not really like my favorite way to play the game either. I feel like it results in a lot of sitting around. I feel a lot like Jack Mater from the previous videos. Make sure you check those ones out on the other multiclassing videos if you don't know what I mean there. I feel like I'm just sitting around the whole game waiting for something that's never gonna actually happen, and it starts to make me go a little bit crazy, I'll say. Like, I just start getting there, crouched for minutes on end, just waiting. My fingers start to get sore, and I'm like, man, why am I doing all this? But you know what, occasionally it works, and then, well, you get people just like that. And look, honestly, I'll say I was pretty happy with that shot. I'm pretty damn horrible with the crossbow in general, so this is definitely a bit of a learning experience for me. You know, I'm kind of just out here doing this for a bit of fun. I don't know if this is really a very good build, in all honesty. I think it works out sometimes. If you have, like, insane accuracy, this build would be pretty sick, but I'm certainly not that guy with the crossbow. That being said, though, even with a hunting trap, you know, that's really all it takes. I think that guy didn't realize he needed to undo that one. That's the power of a white hunting trap there, I'll say. It's, not too much trouble in taking people down. After being in this dungeon for so long and barely finding anyone twice in a row, this gentleman was an absolute godsend. I was so happy to finally see another player. I was so eager to fight him. I knew that no matter what, one of us wasn't going to be getting out of this situation. I was going to be hard determined on that no matter what. And as a result, I was maybe a little eager and I wasn't really hitting many of my shots. We finally start to get a little bit of an advantage here with a really solid headshot with damage penetration. He ends up ducking for some cover and I realize it's a bit hard to hit him. So I try and walk around, seeing as I can't get a clear shot, but I end up slipping. As such, I end up trying to get back up there, but I'm not really familiar with how to get on these things with double jump. This is my first time, so I end up repositioning. I'm trying to test out the areas that we can move on here, so I'm sort of moving around, seeing if I can find where he's gone again. I feel like the height advantage is pretty good. He can't really engage me in melee, so it's pretty decent, but at the same time, I'm having a bit of a hard time here. I took a shot, so I fall back to heal, reload, and then I go back to engage with him again. I'm bringing up this one this time, thinking, you know what we'll do is we'll get the height on this pillar. It's a little bit closer to him, a little bit easier to use my advantage here, but I'm really struggling with this. I just have no idea how to use this properly. I think on the inner side you can't do it. You have to do it on the opposite side. If that makes any sense, it's like the other side of all of them. So at this point, the time pressure is starting to sink in as well. So I'm like, holy moly, we gotta get this done. I'm just reloading my windlass crossbow in front of him without a care in the world. I'm just thinking, you know what, we just gotta send it. I think he's running away at this point as well. So I'm like, where the hell do you think you're going? There is no escape. We are fighting to the death. I'm gonna guard the escape platform as well. That's where I thought he might be heading to. He might be thinking it's time to jump on it and he could get away from me, but no sirree, I was not going to let him pull an easy exit like that. Our fates are inseparable. I've been waiting too damn long for you to show up, so I'm sure as hell going to make sure I get my money's worth out of this one. That's for certain. He starts playing around the pillar with me. He doesn't want to like give me a clear line of sight. He's not using the crossbow anymore. He's trying to get like a run up on me. So I end up having to drop back and use my agility to my advantage. Fortunately, he is in full armor and I'm in a pretty light ranger kit, so all it takes is I just gotta drop out of it there. But I got a little bit greedy there with my reload. Took my weapon out way too soon and I actually just let him catch up. So that was a bit silly on my part. I really whiffed it right there, right in the final moments as well, because we're on 24 seconds, as you can see. We don't really have much time to work with. You know, things are getting really tight. If I'm gonna get out of here, I realize at this point that I have literally one option. I gotta go this way. And I'm thinking, you know what? We got our money's worth. It's time to go. I think we've seen enough here. It's not looking so good at this point. You start taking rapid damage. He's still shooting arrows at me. Although I think then he realizes the trap ends up getting him. And then unfortunately, I just barely miss it. You only really get people fighting like this at the end of the season, and it is hilarious.